change? We don't know. I think it's a shift in the energies in the field of consciousness and everything. Mind affects matter, and look at the madness around us. And I've decided to move on. I'm going to travel. They say you won't get doctors. I don't want them. They're no good anymore. They haven't got compassion. I'm a healer myself. I have compassion for people because I don't shut down and have an empathetic burnout. I learn emotional skills. And I help people. And wherever I go, I let spirit guide me. So here's the message I'm getting. Earthquakes. So I just looked on here. It said Japan's having earthquakes. What's going on? It tells me everything. It's an EMF radio. And it writes it down. It says mountains. It always says mountains. The color orange. I couldn't get that. I was working on a young woman in Australia. I think there's a lot of sacral chakra missing in the world. Think about it. They come in. I showed another psychic. She says it's like a seance what you're getting. Lists of words, words, words. And then I get angel numbers and I look up what they mean. So I think I got a good tool there. I use EMF on my computer, on my phone, everything. I haven't got a phone right now. It's in repair. I can't get justice or anything in Ontario. They can kick you out. And they're always judging you. It's funny, the world. It's crazy, the law. It's crazy. They said you didn't own that house. I did at one time. See, they don't go that far back. I sold it for hardly anything to my brother. You know what I've learned? Don't listen to people. Don't listen to people. I was being influenced, and they influenced him, to get the money. You can't trust anybody. You should be able to. Nah, it's not a society of trust. How do I know to trust somebody? I can't. But what was my life? I was a track bum. I was a racetrack. Groom, trainer. Horses are easy to deal with. People? I think the world's got worse with social media, influencers, everything. Look at the amount of hate on here. I was talking to a young woman that's in a lawyer's office in Toronto. I agree with you. Women hating women? Well, what is this duality? So I listen to this. I do Kundalini Reiki. And everybody's questioning that master there. I do the same thing. Is it prana? Is it Reiki? Is it what? It breaks the duality. Now, when he came out with that system, Gabriel Olson, he got attunement from Lord Kuhlman, and it said to break the intellectual arrogance. So that's another word I get, ideology. Ideology. So we know ideologies in religion and politics. But look at all the schools now. Different forms of ideologies. The way we do things is one way. Ideology. So you listen to Zen. They're still fixed. Nothing fixed. It's always changing. It's always in flux. So we want to make meaning out of everything. It doesn't meaning. And then I heard a clinical psychologist say this. So I'm always interested in clinical. I study it myself, but I'm starting to think it's too much thinking. Meaning is to be safe. Well, that's the reptilian part of our brain. Safety in numbers? There's nobody in numbers now. They're all on phones. They walk out in front of cars. What's safe? The crime rate's increased. There's nothing safe. You know what I like? When I talk to a younger guy in his 30s, he says, "You think the world's got worse?" Yeah, a lot worse. Because I had a tither of remembering what it was like. It wasn't like this. And then they blame the boomers. Yeah, crossing my heart. I feel that's a sign that I feel constricted. Somebody's going to attack me for this opinion. I'm going to speak my truth. The world has got worse. Is it your fault? You're washed along by a system called capitalism that was globalized, free market, and lying because the system's busted. Economically, there's no gold in the United States. 31 trillion, 31.4 to be precise. Canada, 1.4. When we get these COVID variances in here and we're handing out money, it's gone. It's just printing money. And look at the tax rates. There you go. Oh, I decided I was traveling Canada. I had to get out. They gave me $1,500 to leave. Yeah, that's it. And I had to get out of the house. They wouldn't help me move. So that's $1,500. I took that and got a flight out. And I was living on Canada disability, but you don't get that in each province. But I learned to play a bit of music, and I got by. Now I got full pension. Why not travel? But I'm thinking travel and have insurance and just be a nomad. Now what I'll be announcing is coverage, health coverage. Health coverage is useless. Hospitals are no good. They're no good. I haven't seen any. I was in a room there and the guy needed to get to the bathroom. They wouldn't let him use the toilet because of COVID. But they wouldn't help him to the toilet. All I heard was this: "You're heavy. We don't want to hurt our back." That's real compassion. Well, maybe you should get some more people or something that, these are workers. Sick. That's the way they treat old men. They are sick and helpless. It's not. So, and then I was looking at the young women that were coming in from Philippines and got their nursing. They were kind. There's one from Sri Lanka, very kind. So am I against the immigrants? Nah. These others, she's a Polish sausage because she hates Ukrainians because they flooded her country when Putin attacked. Polish sausage. No, I like Polish people some, but that one, she's just bitter Betty. But they're in every camp. It doesn't matter what place you go. You meet the bitter Betties that are so disassociated from human culture. I can go downstairs, there's a woman there. Why do you care about people? Because it feels like I'm connecting to people. I'm doing something right. I wouldn't care about anybody. Well, ma'am, I care about people. And then I said, "There's an old man here came in and his wife died." Well, she said, "This is a bad, bad thing." And not every woman says this. Said he lost a slave. So he marriage? That's pretty bad. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I was living in a barn with horses. Horses got personality, but they're non-dualistic. All animals don't have that dualistic rubbish. They're not dualists. He said we're here to kill animals. It's a part of our rights. Really? Because God gave us dominance. Well, an ideology gave you dominance over a planet and destroying it and massively creating factory farms and stuff. That's an ideology. It's not thing, but he's got PTSD. He's a veteran. He's not a healed one. So I came to the opinion I healed one vet, and he came out to be a nice man. This one, he's got a lot of work to do. He's got ideology. He's just tethered to pain. Do I hate him? No, I appreciate his service, but that's what Pierre's going on with. He's got a bunch of angry veterans in Quebec. Of course, they're angry. They went into the parliament. They went into the place there with machine guns, shooting up the place. That was the Quebec legislature. It's crazy. He had a machine gun sitting up in the throne room because he's had it. We flew the coop when we get traumatized. We don't make sense. They show things on here, and I say that's PTSD. She's masturbating on the beach, so they arrest her and she kills herself. That's a form of regulation when we do sexually inappropriate things. Simple. Why do police sexually abuse other police officers? Why? Trauma. But we got nobody studying trauma. You just got a bunch of rubbish boys talking about ideology. Like Jordan Peterson. He's an ideologist. And I don't listen to him too much. And that's why I was really finding him toxic. I couldn't listen to him at all. Because I'm more awake than he is. I'm not woke, I'm awake. But he might argue about that. So what's sanity and what's insane? How do we judge sanity? Well, Dr. Gabo Matthew, normal. There's no normal. We all come from different backgrounds, different ideologies and everything. So how can mental health label sanity with normality? It doesn't seem to fit. So we use a DSM instead of using maybe a history. I'm looking at the person as an individual. Bruce Cockburn's song, The Trouble with Normal, it always gets worse. It always gets worse. Because nothing is constant in the universe. It's always contracting and expanding. Everything's changing. It's a flux. So how can we use normality? Computers change, software changes. What's a constant? Well, God and love. It's about the only constants in the world. So why use all the ideologies? All the flux. What are you going to tether to? Foundations of love. It's the only thing we could ever do in this world. Start not seeing divisions, not hating, not judging. And I used to say that. Somebody said to me, kindness is weakness. I told my girlfriend that. Oh, shut up. I don't like that. You're right. It's not weakness. What is kindness? Well, Jesus was kind. But the ideologies got in there, and they took the apostles and they executed them just like Jesus because they're ideological. So capitalism's a form of ideology, isn't it? Extreme capitalism. And then Marx said they say Marx got everything about capitalism that would go wrong, right? But then we got these extreme communist ideologies, and they're killing people. They're crazy. So ideology is the problem. The ism, my friend said, and I couldn't get that for years. What do you mean ism? It's an all-in-ism. He split. He got a place way out in the country in New Brunswick. He didn't want people around. He just wanted to get away from the ism and become a hermit. Well, I like that slow lifestyle. You don't need all the noise and everything in an area like that. It's too condensed. I gotta go off of here. I feel drained now. I feel like, I don't see anybody on here. Okay. So time-space continuum is draining the energy that somebody's picking this message up. And I gotta charge my batteries again. It's an impact. I can feel it. I go into trance. It's crazy. But then I'm a Kundalini master at 9 degrees. So, what is this? And what does Yogi Bhaja do with me? She was on LinkedIn. She's a Sufi yogi girl. Well, why are you here? He says Yogi Bhaja knows you. He knows everybody in the Kundalini field. So we're all interconnected in the energy field. This chi, the key, I can feel it. I can feel that spirit right there. And how much can I force it? Can't see it, but it's there. But you can't see electricity really unless we put energy through it, light through it. We do that with gas. You have to color the flame so you can see it. Propane, I guess.